Alright, welcome back everybody to Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead. So today's a little different. Let me give you some quick context here. The audio on this video got messed up, but I still have the video and I can talk and tell you what happened. So as we see what's happening, allow me to narrate. Gary Guyman is here on day 20 now of the apocalypse, and he was cursed by horrible bionics that caused him to experience pain and suffering constantly. And the main problem is that this has been fucking with his sleep. And so he's made it his absolute highest priority, after many close encounters with death that have been shown in the previous episodes. After many close encounters with death, he managed to get to this point. He found the auto dock in the hospital. He had to break in using a fucking jackhammer. And now he's here. It was horrible. When he finally got to the auto dock, he realized he was inept. And he didn't have the skill to actually use it. There was an 88% chance he would severely damage all his body parts. So he did what he's done every day since the apocalypse started. He adapted. And he ran home and he worked on his computer skill. So to get your computers high, you need to get a laptop, and then you need to find a USB with Hack Pro. Remember when we found Hack Pro and almost fucking died? Okay, so we used Hack Pro to get the computers level up. Taking care of our injuries actually was enough to finally boost us to level 6 healthcare. We had level 5 before. And in order to make our chance as high as possible, I also learned some electronics. What I did was I practiced soldering, and then I disassembled a food dehydrator and put it back together. That was how I was able to level all that stuff up. So Gary felt ready. He felt like now is the time, and he was praying that it would finally be over and he'd be able to live and sleep in peace. I'll skip ahead a little bit. Here you can see that I'm taking advantage of the lighter to totally redo my inventory. Okay, so you favorite items so that they don't get dropped, and then you can use the pens and stuff to write on them. So these are just all my different tools that are my must-haves, the things I always want on me. You can see I also changed to a wood axe weapon, which is so much better. I think I spent a bunch of time tailoring my clothes back up to full. This is cool. Look at this. If you read, you get all this morale and focus. This is me eating my breakfast. And then off he goes. The L stick was a really interesting weapon when I saw this. It's surprisingly strong. It has 24 bash, with a +3 to hit. And apparently there's a light inside of it. Before I went to the hospital, I tried to raid doctor's offices, because doctor's offices can have bionics and stuff in them. I remember I ran to that one, didn't find it. I ran to this one, and watch, I was able to hack using my really high computer skill, and I hacked into this part. Found all sorts of stuff. Painkillers, more amphetamines, inhalers. And the anesthesia kits would be very useful in case I failed my surgeries and had to repeat them over and over. But unfortunately, I didn't find bionics there or at this other one. So after finding both to be empty, I ran back to the hospital. I said, fuck it, it's time. This is me walking down the hallway to the auto dock. And then I walk in, close the door behind me. I choose a bionic to uninstall. And it tells me that the acidic discharge, there's a 56% chance of severe damage to all my body parts. That's with level 7 computers, level 6 healthcare, level 4 electronics. That's insane. So, it's a little bit worse than a coin flip. Let's see what happened. Gary stared at the screen nervously. Is this gonna fucking work? He thought to himself. He pressed enter. He felt a tiny pricking sensation in his right arm, and he lost all sensation before suddenly blacking out. The clock turned as the auto dock sliced. Slice after slice. Nice, and successfully removed the acidic discharge. I remember I freaked out, I got so happy. So we got really lucky and we got it on the first try. And it was a 56% chance to lose. So on a 44% chance coin flip, we won. From here on out, well, let's just think about Gary's perspective, right? He wakes up and the acid's finally gone. There was a portal storm that happened at the same time. I remember thinking that that was a huge omen, in a sense that it was time to get even stronger. Like, yeah, he had his bionic out, and let's see what happened next. He had to keep drinking cough syrup because he was sick. 33% chance. So the acidic discharge is the hardest one. The other ones are quite a bit easier to take out. But 33%, there's a chance, there's a chance that you can fail that. I wonder, did Gary fail it? Gary did not fail it. He successfully removed the electrical drain. All that was left was the noisemaker and the discharge. The noisemaker was even easier. There was a 77% chance he would successfully be able to get this one out. You learn so much about this game. To make this challenge work, I learned that the auto dock has not one, but 3 different skills that relate to it, and they're weighted differently. It seems like computers is the most useful. So computers is the most useful. Healthcare is probably the second most useful, and then electronics is the least useful. Amazingly, as the autodoc cut away at Gary once more, I knew it would be the last time for a while, because he would successfully remove the electrical discharge. I didn't know that you can get morale bonuses for completing missions. The morale bonus you get for completing this mission is fucking insane. It's very high, and I remember it got me so high that my morale was above like 120 at one point. And using the book stack, the stack of holy books, I can get to like 100, and that will give you a point of perception. But when you get to 120, you're so happy you get a point of intelligence too, which is super cool. So from here, I believe that Gary just looted the pharmacy and ran back home, excited that he was finally going to get to sleep again. Look at how much stronger he is now. He can just take on hordes. The armor really helps, the skills really helps, and the axe really helps. I also made a new zone for how I can pulp faster. Let me guys know if you have any tips on auto-pulping corpses, because I can't get the pulp corpses zone action to work. So what I did was I made a personal zone that's always right in front of me, and it's where all the corpses will go. And then I made a zone for unsorted loot that's just a big square around me. Oh, whoops, I messed it up here. Yeah, watch this. And then you sort it. And it puts them all right there. Then you can pulp them in one button. I really need to figure out how to get the actual auto butcher to work though, because that's, even what I'm doing still seems inefficient. So Gary's just a badass. At this point, he's fighting his way through bigger and bigger hordes. See, that's what's so fun, is that when you get stronger, it's like you're super weak such that one zombie will kill you at the beginning. As you get stronger, it's not like you're stronger and you're just winning all the time. It's like you're stronger and you just start facing bigger and bigger challenges. Gary knew that big things were coming and he would need, you know, something big to put all them big things into. So Gary got a shopping cart on the way home that day. Look at him with his shopping cart. He finally returned back to his place, more excited than ever before. It had only been a few hours, but just the fact that he hadn't been shocked, he didn't have to hear a stupid loud ass noise, that was the noisemaker. He didn't have an electrical discharge shocking him every now and then. Just the fact. Yeah, look at this. Perception +1, intelligence +1. And it gives you 5 speed too. Jesus Christ, that's better than any drug, being super fucking happy. Ain't that the truth? Let's see here. There's something cool that happened at the end though. I want to see if I can show it. Yeah, wait. Here's where it happens. So, in honor of everything, right before Gary got ready to lay down and go to bed, he took out a marker and wrote on the handle of his axe the word liberation. Now that he had been liberated from his bionics. Okay, kind of a weird way to do the episode, but that's what happened. So Gary is finally free from his bionic failures. Stay tuned to see what he does next.